Good morning. We're just about to enter into Yellowstone National Park. It's a little bit before sunrise, but I wanted to get an early start so we could get those good sunrise scenes. So here we go. I'm entering through the north entrance of the park near Gardner, Montana. We'll be heading to Mammoth Hot Springs for the first major stop. I'm at the Mammoth Hot Springs terraces. There's a bunch of little boardwalks that form loops. I'm just going to go around it and check out all the geologic features. Mammoth Hot Springs is one of the more built-up areas in the park. They got hotels, gas station, restaurants. So we're going to go on a little tour of it. Okay, when I was up on the terraces, I did notice a hiking trail, so we're just going to go for a little hike. I don't really know what's going to happen since I don't really have a trails map. So here we go. Okay, I'm doing my big hike for the day, and I've actually been hiking for about half an hour already. And the signs at the trailhead were a little bit confusing because one said the Beaver Pond Trail, and then there was another name for the trail. So up until this point, I really wasn't sure which trail I was on. I don't have a trails map of Yellowstone, so that does make it hard. I'm probably going to do maybe another 15 minutes on this trail. I know it goes all the way to Gardner, so, and then we'll get going from the Mammoth Springs area. When I got back to the hot springs, there was a couple more geological features that I wanted to check out, so here we go. After leaving the Mammoth Hot Springs, I went to the Norris Geyser Basin. However, it was lunchtime and the parking lot was completely packed and they were turning people away. So I came up to the campground area to see if maybe there's a trail that I could hike, and I stopped into this museum of national park rangers. Anyways, I talked to the ranger that was there. Unfortunately, the trail that goes all the way to the basin is closed because of a new geothermal feature along the trail. After hanging at the Norris campground area for a little bit, I decided, oh well, let me go try to see if there's some other sites that I can see. And as I was driving by the parking lot to the Norris Geyser Basin, enough people had left that I could get a parking spot now. So here we go, Norris Geyser Basin. Alright, we're on the back basin loop, and the first geothermal feature that we have is the Emerald Spring. All right, we got the Steamboat Geyser, and it can erupt anywhere from 4 days to 50 years. There is some activity going on now, so they are expecting it to erupt soon. It is one of the tallest geysers in the world, and it erupts over 300 feet. All this water runoff is from Steamboat Geyser. Alright, we're continuing around the back basin loop. I'm not going to call out every geothermal feature that was there because there was lots. This is just some of the ones that I thought were more interesting. Okay, I made it back to the van, and I spent way more time at the Norris Geyser Basin than I anticipated. Biggest thing was just watching the Steamboat Geyser. Even though there was no major eruption, just watching these smaller eruptions, the steam, that was fascinating. I probably could have spent another couple hours there just watching that. But I got to keep moving. So I'm going to make just one stop now on the return trip because I have spent a lot of time here, and then we'll make a pit stop back at Mammoth Springs. Okay, so this is Rustic Falls on the Obsidian Creek. Looking right here, we're going through this canyon, and this road took some time to build from what I can gather. I don't have the exact details on that. So that's the last stop that I'm going to film today. So that's a wrap on day 1, Yellowstone National Park. Morning, I'm back here at the Norris Geyser Basin. I was so impressed with it yesterday, I decided to come back out. Now I'm on the Porcelain Basin section, and what I will say is there's a lot of little geothermal features that don't have names because it seems like they're unpredictable. Now I've already noticed one section of the trail already rerouted because of a new geothermal feature. So once I complete this trail, I'm actually going to go back to the Steamboat Geyser, hang out there for a little bit. Then the rest of the day, the plan is to go up towards Canyon Village and then the Roosevelt area. And that should pretty much wrap up the day. I don't know the name of this steam vent, but the pressure that it was erupting with was very impressive. I'm moving along now, and I'm on a trail to the upper Yellowstone Falls near Canyon Village. What we're seeing here is Crystal Falls on Cascade Creek. And here's the first shot of the upper Yellowstone Falls. Alright, I'm almost back to the van. I will say that was a good hike, a lot of elevation. I'm going to head back into Canyon Village to grab some lunch, and then there's one more spot that I want to try to see the falls from, and then we'll head out from the canyon village area. I made it to the spot that I was trying to view the lower Yellowstone Falls. Happened to be on the way to Canyon Village. Now, I don't know why this has always stuck with me, but growing up we had a framed image of the lower Yellowstone Falls, which you're seeing right here, and it just said Yellowstone in big bold letters on the bottom. Alright, I made it to Canyon Village, and we're just going to tour around all the facilities they have here, which are quite a few. I'm just finishing up here in Canyon Village. I had lunch, went to the visitor center, and I'll be heading towards Tower Junction now. I made it to Tower Junction, and there's a little trail that leads down to the Yellowstone River, so I'm going to take this opportunity to enjoy the scenery. I didn't stay long in the tower area. I basically just did the hike. I didn't film anything of the general store that was there. I mean, it was super busy and everyone was just eating ice cream in typical fashion. So, moving along. As you may know, I generally don't film all these small stops, but I was super impressed by this rock formation, as well as how the rotors are supported with all this rock work. Okay, you could probably just make it out, but there's a bison directly in front of me, and it's actually one of the few times that I saw a bison. And I didn't really see a lot of wildlife while I was here. But with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching, and stick around for part 2.